Richard, one thing I noticed when I stepped out of the car this morning was that it's very cold now. How is it? How is kind of the turn of the weather and training in these conditions now?
It's part of football, isn't it? Like I say, we're a bit lucky up here because we can't get on the grass today because the frost has got right into it. So we've got two decent 4Gs we can choose from. So we're going to train on one of them today.
I imagine in terms of be it 4G, that will rule a couple of players out. Training wise, just team news ahead of Saturday. Who's available?
John's suspended with the booking from Saturday. Jacob's still getting there, but he's making decent progress, so he's not available. But everybody else is available for selection. That
means Brett McGavin as well. Nice to see him back training and potentially be a part of Saturday.
Yeah, and it's good to see him back because he's been a big part of the games we've won from the start of the season onwards.
Yeah. You mentioned to Jack last week about the opportunity to create more chances and practice scoring. That was a big key takeaway from your interview with him last week. Is there anything that you've managed to do this week to kind of progress that more?
Well, we're working on it. We need a bit higher up the pitch. We created a fair few chances, and they've stopped probably from last month. With maybe not as much possession as what we've been used to, and a few other issues. So we know what we've got to do more of, and we know what we've got to do better of. So we're steadily working on that.
Yeah. Can you kind of change your game plan from week to week? Is there things that you focus on more if you're playing a Southend, or for example, if you're going to play Morecambe, do you maybe practice more on creating more opportunities?
Well, we try everything from defensive work. You've got to have a good structure in defensive work and keep improving on attacking wise. So you always look at teams how they play, where we can pick the ball up and where we have to defend a bit better. So we watched these Tuesday night and they were pretty good against Brackley. So they've changed their shape, whether they keep that shape or not. But again, it's going to be about us creating and being solid out of possession.
Yeah. And like you said last week as well, that Morecambe are a strange team when it comes to kind of studying them, because they score a lot of goals, they concede a lot of goals, and as you say, they've changed their shape. So what are you expecting ahead of Saturday?
A lot of attacking stuff from them. And they move the ball quick, they've got good movement. They've got players who can score at a drop of a hat. And I think that was proof on Tuesday night. So every game's tough, but we go into it with some confidence how we can play against them.
The owner of this football club spoke to Jack as well last week and said that if all goes to plan and the blueprint works out, that by the end of next season Yeovil Town will be back in the Football League. Does that bring to you anyway any kind of, I don't want to say pressure because that's very kind of long-term stuff, but does it give you motivation?
Motivation. Well, listen, I expect every owner wants to be in the Football League this time next season. You look at the quality of the teams in there. We have to be realistic where we are, and that's like every other club. So we'll give it our go where we can be, whether we're there or not. At the end of the season, time will tell.
I'm sure I sound like a broken record, but any incomings or outgoings at all at this stage?
No, not at the moment.
Okay, it's good to know.
Lovely.
Thanks, Richard.
Thank you.